Hi, everybody. Welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Saturday. I'm just getting used to being live again after a couple of weeks off for the incentive trip. It's taking me a while to get over the jet lag, and so apologies again. I think I'm over it now. I had a really good sleep last night. But I'm sitting for the first time since I've been home actually being a little creative and making some cards. And I suddenly realized that it was time to go live. So I was a bit in a scramble. So hopefully I'm not too flustered with all of this. I am using Earthen Elegance. That's the name of the suite in the new annual catalog. It's also the suite we're using for our monthly card club this month. So that's what I was sitting creating, was a card for the club. So if you, no, Betty, you're perfect on time. I was a minute or so late, so you made it just perfectly on time. This is Earthen Elegance. Again, it's the suite we're using for the monthly club. So if you haven't participated in the monthly club in the past, this is one where you get half a pack of designer series paper, some ribbon, embellishments, and then 3 cards. And so we're using Earthen Elegance, or Earthen Textures is the bundle. So let me switch over and we will get started. All right, so this is the Earthen Textures bundle. It's really pretty. When I saw this one, and there is designer series paper with it, which is so pretty. When I saw it, I knew that this was one I had to have. I just love it. And sort of great sentiments, of course, you know, some stems and some vases. And then the dies, of course, you have there, these images are 95%. So you have the ones to cut out the vases, also the stems. Yeah, both of these stems are here. And then you have extra ones, which is really cool. Like I've seen this one that looks very cool. It's got some embossing to do. I might use that one today. Some stems for the just kind of background. This one looks cool. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. It looks like it's got some embossing, and that I guess is a stand. So really pretty. Set. Now, I will say I went to cut this out, and the dies are actually smaller than the stamped image. So when you cut these out with the dies, you don't get any of the white showing around. And I'll show you that when I actually go to stamp and cut out. Okay, so let's bring in. I don't know exactly what I'm doing today. This is one of the pieces from the designer series paper. So on this side is, I think it's copper clay. And crumb cake, and then on the other side is Misty Moonlight, which is what I thought I would use today. So I've got a piece of Misty Moonlight that is 5.5 by 8.5, and we will score it at 4.25. I love the color combination of copper clay and Misty Moonlight. That's kind of what I think I'm going to use today, if I can find my bone folder. So as always, fold into the mountain of the raised line and give it a good burnish with the bone folder. All right. So I think I'm going to stick with the Misty Moonlight, but for the front of the card. I just really like this pattern on this designer series paper. And then I've got a piece for the inside. But let's do some stamping. And I'm going to use copper clay, brand new ink pad. This is one of the new in colors. It's so pretty. So we will use that, and we will use Misty Moonlight, also new. I just got new colors. I have a separate set of ink pads for where I film. So I just got these. So I've got Misty Moonlight and copper clay. So let's take, so I think I'm going to use this tall vase since I've got a fair amount of real estate to use up on my card base. Hey, Amanda, welcome from Holland. Nice to have you join. All right, and then we will use this one, this tall, thin. Okay, and we need something for a sentiment. What shall we use for a sentiment? Might as well grab that out. I really love the thank you. It's just very kind of all block letters, thank you. So we will make a thank you card. Okay, so let's stamp the vase in Misty Moonlight. And I love how, I don't know if this is a distinctive stamp, but I love how it's kind of, you know, distressed a little bit. It's not perfect images. And let's stamp. So I'm going to stamp 2 of these. It's because then I can layer the sprigs, the stems. And then we'll stamp the thank you, because you know me, I always cut out my thank you separately. All right, close those up. Now, let's find the dies that go with these. Now, when I first saw this die, which is actually for this, this vase, I actually thought it was a label die. So I guess you could use it for a label die. But you can see here, normally our dies fit with a little bit of white. In this case, there is no white showing. So the dies are actually cutting the exact image. I guess that was intended. I'm just going to use a little bit of Post-it note. And then I've got this sprig here. And get another piece. I had to order more Post-it note tape. I'm almost out. I love this stuff. I get it off of Amazon, but you can use washi tape or you could use a Post-it note. But I just find this is so nice because you can actually tear it off like you do Scotch tape or sticky tape. That's what you call it. All right, let's bring in my machine. And run this through. All right, so there's that. Now I need to cut this other one out. So you can actually, well, you can't see because my machine's out. You can see where around this edge I've got some of the Misty Moonlight ink because it's cutting part of the stamped image out. It's okay. I kind of like it so you don't have the white around the edge. I don't know if that's something Stampin' Up! Is thinking of doing on a regular basis, but it definitely is the situation with these dies. Okay, so we've got our sprigs. We've got our vase. We've got our sentiment. Don't lose the dies. Bring in this again. Okay. The other thing that's really cool is I love this ribbon. This is the trim that comes with this. It's called Wavy Trim. It's 1/4 of an inch and it's just really pretty. So I'm going to just take and cut roughly, well, 4 inches because that's the width. So I'm just going to take and put this across. Now I'm going to use, I think, glue dots to hold this in place. I was thinking of Stampin' Seal, but I think it'll be too wide. So I'm just going to take some glue dots and put behind the kind of the scallop part because it'll hide the glue dots perfectly. And then it should hold on. I'm going to put the stamped images over top of this, but this will go. I cut it a little long so I can trim that. Kind of get it straight if I could. It's a bit at an angle. Well, what's going to have to do? It's really stuck down. All right. So we'll trim that edge off. And then this piece I'm going to put on with dimensionals. I always cut the outside around my dimensionals so I don't waste. And then these can be used to put my vase on. You can always trim them down like that. All right. I guess it goes like that. Ooh, that's going to be really hidden. I'm going to really have to rethink that one. Okay, I have to get another piece of paper because I think my vase needs to be copper clay. I'm thinking that this is just going to be completely hidden. So let's re-stamp my vase after I clean my ink pad and re-stamp the vase in copper clay. That way you'll actually see the vase and not have it be completely hidden by the designer series paper. I hadn't really thought about how busy the designer series paper is, but that one will show up much better. All right, there's my vase die, and oopsie. Okay, I'll just take and cut this rather than bring my machine in. It's right here. And I think this will work better. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. That one works better. And now we'll just layer. Okay, let's put my dimensionals. I'm going to put the sprigs on with glue dots. I can just kind of tuck them underneath of my vase, I think. Maybe I will put them on with designer or with glue dots before I put this on. And I'm just putting a glue dot just on the part that's hidden. The bottom stem part will be held down by the vase, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay, just kind of layer them a little bit, and then that can go like that. That's much better. That definitely doesn't hide it. It's really hard to cover up this paper. I love this back piece with the copper. And I didn't bring embellishments over. I need to, oopsie, what have I got? Oh, I got a piece of, a little tiny piece of something from a die cut. It was sticking up. Okay, there we go. Okay, so somewhere, there we go. I had stamped the sentiment already. So I'm just going to cut this out. You could use a die or a punch, but you guys know me. I just find it so much easier to just cut out my sentiments. Okay, and then I missed some embellishments, so let me grab some embellishments. So these are the in-color dots, and there's the copper clay ones, so we'll use those on here. So we'll put those on. And then we'll put the dimensionals. Oop, perfect. Actually, I didn't want it to be, because a part of this is already popped up. This is going to go over top of the vase, so I actually want to pull this back a little bit. Can I get it? Maybe. There we go. There we go. All right, so this is just going to go over top. I don't need any dimensional on here. I'm just going to put a little dot of glue right there. Hold it down until it sticks. There we go. And then let's use copper. 1, 2, 3. And then the last piece is for the inside. Isn't that pretty, that color combination of copper clay and misty moonlight? Okay, and then let's take and stamp a sprig on the inside of like this. You know what I could do? I don't think. I know that's got dimensionals on it, and it might, you know, cause the inside to not close completely, but I don't think it'll be too bad. And since I already had the backings peeled off, might as well make use of the vase that I cut out in Misty Moonlight. There we go. So it's not too bad. It's not completely closed, but there we go. So that is the Earthen Textures or Earthen Elegance suite that is in the annual catalog. Hey, Donna, welcome. So I hope you enjoyed that card. If you have any questions, just leave a comment either here or on my, if you find your way over to my blog, this will eventually show up as a blog post, this card. But if you leave a comment here, I'm happy to answer if you have any questions about it. If you want to make this card, then you need to order the Earthen Elegance suite or sign up for my monthly card club, and you will get the designer series paper, the ribbon, and embellishments. I think we're using the neutral adhesive sequence embellishments for this month. And then you can buy the suite or the bundle separately. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Now I will be live again tomorrow. I'm kind of back on my regular schedule. Thanks, Betty. Yeah, if you want to share this, if you haven't subscribed, if you're coming in through YouTube, hit that subscribe button and you'll be notified. But feel free to share this video out on your social media. So I will be live tomorrow at 12 o'clock and then again on Tuesday for my sketch challenge. So I hope you have a great day and happy stamping. Bye, everybody.